Hello. Oh. Hello. How's it going, Sulfur? Thank you for the lurk. I love the new emotes. They're looking snazzy. I'm gonna set up the matches while people trickle in. I also need to get Cheat Engine up. Dude, when WWE 2K25 comes out, it's gonna be a whole different game. The fact that you can do intergender stuff will legitimately be a game changer. I will be so thrilled. Masu Pro Wrestling, guess I'm not lurking yet. How goes it? It goes pretty well, I would say. It goes pretty well. It goes as well as it usually does. I'm excited for tonight. I feel like there's going to be some pretty good matches. We're going to figure out the #1 contenders for all the titles. We're going to have another championship match. Like, there's going to be a lot going on, so I'm pretty excited for it. Before I forget, I need to make sure everybody has their titles open. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. We're rounding towards the end of this season 2 of MPW. How's it going, Merlin? Eventful night, got emotes. Yeah, I love them. I dig them. Right. Here we are. I just got a tier 1 subscription gifted to me to Tyranno Maximum. That's pretty lit. I'm just here for the gamble. I don't actually watch the fights. That's totally valid. And honestly, I appreciate it because sometimes I feel bad when one person gambles. Like, I wish that I could always give you a payout, even if, like, you're the only one that gambles. So when there's other people that gamble, I feel like it's kind of nice. Why is this? Oh, why is this? That. Isn't it that? Oh, okay, weird. Uh, uh, and then we'll have a classic. Apparently, either I didn't book those 2 matches, or the matches I booked got deleted, so I just quickly had to be like, oh, I gotta fill in something real quick. And so I was like, fuck it, we'll do a classic match that I feel like we haven't had happen in a while. You have more pending. You submitted 15. Awesome. I'm actually surprised that they accepted, not that there's anything wrong with it in my opinion, but that they accepted your emote that says second, because usually they don't like it when you submit emotes with letters or numbers in it. Or so I've heard. So I have a plugin that's supposed to let me know when there's a Gamba in a channel I'm not currently tabbed in, but it doesn't always work. Oh. That's actually kind of cool. I know a friend has a plugin that helps him accept, like, you know, when like the chests come out. I don't actually know what this is. Okay. And then okay. That happens. And then the final match of the first show to book. Okay. Sweet. So I have everything booked for the first show. We'll have to do some finagling as we usually do, but it should be good. Probably going to redesign it because most people don't get it. That's fair. I thought at first it said and, but then I saw it go around again, the second one. I think you're the first person that hasn't needed to explain that the second emote too. I thought it said and at the beginning, but then when it went around again, I was like, oh no, that's a 2. And it makes sense because that's what you always say on my end anyway, so unless you know, it's someone that doesn't know you, you always come in and say second. Okay, we should be ready to go. I'm gonna set up the betting, and then let's get into it. Tell me if the audio sounds bad or anything, but let's get into it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington, and we are starting off tonight's opening match with the former reigning and defending MPW Openweight Champion, Garreth Unported. The champion with the longest total title reign as Openweight Champion. He lost it to MintyClovers in his, I believe, his first defense as champion the second time around. And of course, you gotta imagine that that's weighing heavily on Garreth Unported's mind. That championship has meant everything to him. And now that it's gone, he's kind of wandering alone, aimlessly. Actually, it wasn't his first defense. I believe he defended it one other time, had a 35-day title reign, which is honestly pretty impressive compared to most people don't get past the first defense, or that's all they can get is the first defense. But 35 days on his second title reign. One of the few people to consider themselves a 2-time Openweight champion, and now has the overall longest reigning title hold, but also is tied for the longest reigning title with Tyranno, Maximum, and DancingWithDraven. And speaking of former champions, truly a fall from grace at the beginning of Season 2. Zarataro, the longest reigning Icon Division champion in MPW history, has not been able to get his hands back onto the title, hasn't been able to get his hands back on the strap. He reigned a total of 140 days as champion, which is more than anybody has held the championship. FlairZero could be the first to hold the championship as long as him. 3 defenses, 140 days for Zarataro. Flair's catching up to there. Defended the title at MPW Presents Divisions against Bonk. The first ever cash-in thwarted by the current champion, FlairZero. Speaking of the Openweight Championship, it will be defended here tonight. In your main event, MintyClovers will be defending the championship. Minty, of course, picked it up at Divisions a handful of weeks ago. So we're going to start off with a pretty hard-hitting, heavy match, considering a premium live event caliber match for your opening point, your opening match, as both of them tend to hit the ropes hard. Head scissor straight out the gate, and a standing shooting star press. Nearly gets a 2 count, or nearly gets the win already. Zarataro getting back in the ring, and Garreth is waiting for him. Inverted fuckbuster. Both these two have kind of been aimless since losing their titles. Neither of them in contention for any titles so far or so close. Garreth and Parton, of course, only eligible for the Openweight Championship as a singles title. Can, of course, challenge for the Tag Team Championships, but he's barred from the Icon Division Championship. Zarataro with the drop kick takes him down. A little bit of hesitation from Garreth and Parton, get caught with that drop kick, sends him off the ropes, ducks under, jumps over, and a basement drop kick to the left or the right knee of Garreth and Parton. Taking out his center of gravity. Zarataro clothesline doesn't knock him down, though. A little bit of a stare. Zarataro didn't know what to do in that instance. Oh, Blue Thunder Bomb kind of vibes. Goes to the cover on Zarataro again. Garreth and Parton nearly takes a pinfall victory over a former champion, the longest reigning champion, off the ropes. Spins him around for a bulldog. Just barely connecting with that one. Any miscalculation could have cost him. Step up Enziguri. But of course, that's something you can't think about when you're someone like Garreth and Parton or someone like Zarataro. When you put your body on the line in high-flying offense, you can't think about what happens if I miss, what happens if I miscalculate the distance. You just have to go for it. You have to full send it. Because if you hesitate and let that doubt creep in, it's going to affect your performance. You have to have a level of confidence to do what these two do. Modern-day virtual gladiators. And another spinning head scissor. Also, I said step up Enziguri before. That was not an Enziguri. I apologize. Right hand blocked by the ham kick. Blocked by Garreth. Back and forth. Gets him into the fireman's carry. Rolling Thunder. Putting his shoulders deep into the chest. That's an Enziguri. The educated feet of Zarataro, swinging little neck breaker thing. And a drop kick, high drop kick. Maybe he was looking in the corner for the high caliber. But Zarataro back up onto his feet, backs away. High caliber this time. Waited for his opportunity, held on to it for that opportunity. This could be it for Zarataro. Garreth nearly taking the win again. It has been Garreth and Parton since opening bell for the third time. The charm spinning head scissor. And a spinning discus forearm rocks Zarataro. A vicious forearm from Garreth as he goes up to put a brown crown on it. Zarataro gets out of the way, though. Can Zarataro capitalize? Step up head scissor, I think. Oh my god, spins him around. I don't even know how that happened. Tries to catch him again. Zarataro ineffective at capitalizing off that landing right on Garreth landing right on his tailbone. As I say that though, Kaiju killer from out of nowhere to put Garreth away. I think this might be Zarataro's first pinfall. Nearly puts Garreth away. And he's not going to give him any chance. He's going to start slowing the pace down, working over the neck. Twisting on it as Garreth gets put back in the corner. What is Zarataro thinking? Eyeing him from across the ring on the top rope. Out from the other side and a drop kick to the back, sending him face first into the turnbuckles. And Garrett's going to try and fight out of the corner, sweeping the leg. Garreth with a drop kick to the side of the head, right on the temple. Standing shooting star press again. And he is looking to go outside the ring. Middle rope swanton! Barely connects, nearly sliding off Zarataro. And landing on the floor, shooting star press. Talk about landing on the floor again, goes for it, but this time Zarataro gets the knees up. Drop kick rolls through. Garreth not allowing him to capitalize any moment. Half and half. Oh my god, into the stairs. Half and half back suplex. Got him up against the boards in a drop kick. 6 count working over the legs. You got to get back into the ring unless Garreth is looking for a count-out victory. Flattening Zarataro. 8 count. Both of them have to get into the ring. Zarataro might be out on his feet. 9 count. I think it might be over. Unless Garreth showing a little bit of honor. Or is that foolishness? Goes for the German. Is that bravado? Is that hubris of Garreth to assume that he can still beat Zarataro? He doesn't want to take the easy win. An interesting side to Garreth. We usually, he's usually one to win by any means necessary. But tonight's not the case, I guess. Misses the right hook. Sends him off the ropes with another basement drop kick. Targeting the legs. Zarataro going up top. Ham, thank you, ma'am, from across the ring. Giving Garreth enough time. Drop kick to roll out of the way. That might have been a big misstep and an opportunity for Garreth Skywalker in perfect position to put him on the brown crown again. No, 2 times not the charm. Zarataro going off the ropes, but Garreth catch the Blue Thunder Bomb. Is this 3rd time's the charm? It is again, doesn't connect. What is Garreth gonna have to do? Zarataro has his number. Super kick misses. Off the ropes, cross body, Zarataro hooks his leg. 1, 2, referee looks tired. Maybe he got bumped in the crossfire. A little bit of a slow count could have been the victory for Zarataro. 2nd, Kaiju, killer off the ropes, giving him a chiropractic assessment. 2, no, kick out of 2. But Zarataro is not done yet. 3rd time's the charm off the ropes. Kaiju, killer. 2, 3 to put away Garreth. I mean, that just shows the fortitude and mentality of Zarataro. It was Garreth since opening bell, but he just couldn't hit that big move. Couldn't land it, and Zarataro hit everything he had in his arsenal to put Garreth out. As long as he couldn't put that nail in the coffin was not gonna stay shut for Zarataro. As we will move on to the next match of the night, some Idol Division one-on-one contest. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Heart attack, that's not okay. Ripped him out of the chest of cocaine. Some mind not coming to my head, yeah. I want to put all my demons to bed, yeah. That was actually a great first match. I was excited for that one. Because I was like, those two, I'm like, I need to fill a couple matches. I had to fill like 6 matches. So I'm like, those two will put on a good show. All right, let's get into the next match. Also, thank you for the lyric, Sulfur. How do you follow a match like that? Well, 2 idols are going to have to. And we're going to be starting off with MamaInu. The second match and the last match that's not tied to a championship. As later tonight, we will be starting the Tag Team Championship Tournament to determine the #1 contenders for Emrys Morgana and MintyClovers La Primera. Their Tag Team Championship, the MPW Tag Team Championship. We could see MamaInu join the Tag Team Championship barracks, the ranks with, we've seen MamaInu team up with her daughter TeaTheShiba. MamaInu personally hasn't had any luck in the championship, zone, championship area, but MamaInu always puts on hard-hitting matches, puts in her best. MamaInu was in the big tournament for the #1 contendership of the Idol Division Championship, Rize's Idol Division Championship, and MamaInu would lose in the first round to Ayasu, who has made it all the way to the triple threat that we will be seeing in a handful of weeks, or next week actually, I should say. We will see Ayasu perform in the triple threat to determine the #1 contender for Rize's championship. MamaInu put up a good fight, but unfortunately just could not make it any further. Shared the same fate as her daughter in the first round, losing both sides. So maybe we will see her in the tag team division at some point, because MamaInu just hasn't been able to get those opportunities in the championship sphere. Someone who's had many championship opportunities, though, however, is none other than her opponent, her very opponent, former 2-time Idol Division champion, DancingWithDraven, the first ever Idol Division champion and a former openweight champion, tied for the longest reigning openweight championship title reign in a single run. Excuse me as I move my notes around. Draven, honestly, when you list out her accolades, the list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. What can you say that hasn't already been said about Dancing with Draven? She has done everything, almost everything, I should say, in MPW. The only thing left on her list, as she's dabbled in, is the Tag Team Championship. She was the #1 contender with ShmeepsWorld, I believe, but unfortunately was unable to pick up the win against Emrys Morgana and MintyClovers. Draven's gonna go one-on-one against MamaInu tonight, and neither of these two are in contention for the #1 contendership, but still doesn't mean you can't put on a fantastic show for the audience and, very importantly, the bosses upstairs. Draven made it past the first round, but lost in the second. Didn't make it to the triple threat. Lost to Blueness in the match right before the semifinals, if you will. for the triple threat. Was almost there. Almost going to challenge Draven, or Draven, going to challenge Rize for the championship. I would love to see that match, but unfortunately, Draven didn't make it all the way. Blueness, of course, will be meeting Ayasu next week alongside Rocky for the #1 contendership for the Idol Division Championship. A big elbow drop off the top rope from Draven. Goes for the cover on MamaInu and a kick out of 2. A very early 2 for Draven. Sends MamaInu off the ropes, ducks under, jumps over, and a drop kick takes her down. These two, as I said before, you know, interestingly enough, both lost to someone that made it to the finals. Hooks her up 1 second, excuse me, rolls her up. A little bit of an old school strategy from MamaInu trying to take that win right from under Draven. Goes to the outside, following Draven early to the outside, and Draven says, get back in the ring. Draven's going to follow suit, rolling through. Sends Draven into the corner, and a chop, lighting Draven's chest up. And another one. MamaInu's turn to go up top to the high rent district. We see a double axe handle, maybe a cross body. Double axe handle from MamaInu. I am impeccable at my shot calling. Stomping the fingies. Picking up Draven for that discus punch, knocking her back down. MamaInu builds them up just to knock them right back down. And a big chest chop as well. Another sort of old-fashioned style of move, the chop in the corner. MamaInu showing exactly what it means. Back in her era, things got a little bit more rough, no pun intended, for the Shiba. Off the ropes, real big splash, catching some airtime, hooking the leg on Draven. Already another 2 count for MamaInu. Crushing Draven. But of course, Draven will not take it lying down, gets back up onto her feet. Sending Draven off the ropes, ducks under. Jumps over, bumps him. Blocks it. Goes for a forearm, misses. Picks her up for a power slam. A beautifully executed power slam. A lot of power in such a tiny package for Draven. And the elbow drop on the floor. Draven's going to try and roll out of the ring, make sure she's not susceptible to a pin or submission. We're playing a little bit of possum on the outside. Drop toe hold. Speaking of submission, Draven cannot win on the outside, but you can definitely wear down your opponent, and it's referee's discretion on how fast he wants to count, and it looks like the referee wants to let them fight for a little bit, but is going to remind them that they have till the count of 10 to get back in the ring. Chops, light her up again, and a gut punch. 2 liver shots by MamaInu. And a knee strike busting Draven open and leaving her on the pavement. MamaInu breaks the count at 5, resetting it back to 1. And a punch to the temple again, trying to increase or open up that wound. 2 count, and over the knee! Head first into the knee. Hooks the arms, going for the collection of clotheslines, bouncing her up and down off the canvas, the pavement. 6 count, and Draven takes her time to get back into the ring, kicking some dust towards the veteran's way. Draven's going to break up the count at 7. Meet MamaInu back on the outside. Flying forearm misses, gets behind. A forearm to the back. And a German suplex on the floor by MamaInu. And a stomp to the back again, just punishing the chest, the upper body of Draven. She's back up onto her feet and now gonna try and get her back into the ring. Maybe MamaInu sees an opportunity to pick up a win. Dude, saying you gotta give me some respect with a slap to the face. Maybe a wake-up call for Draven as she gets back up. And it looks like Draven just might have doesn't have the answer. Clothesline. MamaInu had it scouted. Stomp to the back of head again, but misses. It's nothing but canvas. Off the ropes and a big drop kick again. Another fancy drop kick. Draven's drop kicks are not only pretty, but they are effective. What is this? MamaInu in the corner slingshot. Face first into the mat. Like a paddle, just slapping her down. Goes for the cover on MamaInu and a near fall. Looking a little shaky. MamaInu didn't have exactly what she needed in there. Draven's going up top. MamaInu wants to try and stop it. And she thwarts it, sending Draven off the top. Thinks maybe that's enough damage to get the win. Kick out of 2. A good opportunity to go for a pinfall there, but just not enough to put out Draven. Punch to the head. Trying to open up that wound a little bit more. Blood dripping out of the nose now of Draven. As Draven spins her around for a German suplex, but Draven is not letting go. 2! And 3 to MamaInu. 3 German suplexes. Too close to the ropes, and Draven knows that. She's going to pull her away, but is that enough to put MamaInu out? 2. No kick out. Near fall. I thought 3 was the magic number. But Draven, of course, is not done yet. Hooks the arm and a knee strike. MamaInu's going to have to try and think of something soon. DDT! They just don't do DDTs like they used to back in the day. Off the middle rope and a big splash. Landing on her head and neck. Gets her back up, spins her around, and maybe she's up to her old tricks, but no. Draven, German suplex again. Draven gonna send MamaInu to the corner. There's a couple things we could see Draven do here, but potentially Draven's gonna take MamaInu for a little dance. Dancing with Draven. Puts her into the mat. Rolls her a little bit close to the ropes. Gonna try and pull the leg away from it. No rope break here, and I think MamaInu might have just kicked out at a solid 2 count. MamaInu on the wobbly legs, though. Couple of punches and bunches, and oh my god, from the other corner, Draven is taking MamaInu for a tango once again, dancing with Draven. Draven might have just got the win as blood drips off her head. Draven picks up a big win over MamaInu. The ring rust does not build on Draven. Oh my god, that blood. She's gonna have to see some ring doctors after this. From the top of her head to her eye to her nose, blood just all over Draven, as we'll move on to the Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders Tournament next. We were built to thrive, yeah. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Think all the demons cry, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. Yeah. Gotta feel like the old plan, but the home. with the tag team matches, we always kind of have to go out of universe mode to do them. I want to see. I didn't do a very good job of marking down which tag team match I like using. Huh. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what tag team matches we really like to use. I feel like this one up here, it's probably the one we want. Am I, or is this just, okay, I need to back out because I think the game is just being stupid. Because I'm looking at the rules, but none of the rules ever change on the ones that I'm looking at. Yeah, okay. Then what is this one? Yeah, I think that is what we need. Okay. Yeah, for some reason when I looked at the rules for the match that I have with the custom rules, it just showed me what it had for the base match that we used to make the custom rules. So I was very confused because I'm like, why aren't we? Why is none of the rules changed? Okay. Okay. If it doesn't, then it's alright. And then hopefully that works. Let me double check actually. Sorry, I gotta make sure everything's working. So take this time to stand up, get some food. I gotta double check to make sure. Okay. Okay. And then okay, and then that's good. It is time to start off our first round of the Tag Team Championship. And speaking of champions, the recently defending Icon Division champion FlairZero walking down with his wife Glitchy, team technically support. Glitchy, of course, still holding her golden opportunity. FlairZero had a golden opportunity cashed in on him at Divisions by Bonk and has become the first champion to ever defend his championship during a cash-in. Flair got caught off guard after, I believe, losing to Rize, but was able to pick up the retain and the win there. And now maybe looking to add another title to his belts. Glitchy and FlairZero. It's got to be a force to be reckoned with here. We haven't seen these two tag team since the Random Selector Double Eliminator Tag Team Tournament. If Flair and Glitchy win this, though, Flair, like, they win the tournament, Flair will have to do double duty at the next Premium Live event, so we'll have to see how much he leans on Glitchy for this, or how much he puts in. I mean, if anyone can do it, it's Flair, I would think. But of course, they're going to have a tough time going up against probably one of the more dominant tag teams in the division, the ones with the best synergy, I would say, the Shogunate, Ayasu and Azanaza, looking for these tag team championship to bring home to the self-proclaimed Panda Archon herself, Rize. Ayasu also could be running double duty if she wins this tag team tournament with Azanaza and wins the triple threat next week to determine the #1 contender for the Idol Division Championship. But I assume Ayasu maybe has no interest in the Idol Division Championship. Could just be an opportunity to secure the championship for the Shogunate, or could be a going into business for yourself kind of deal. Glitchy and Flair, team technically support versus Ayasu and Azanaza, the Shogunate. This match is no disqualifications, anything goes, and falls count anywhere. Glitchy takes Azanaza, but Azanaza rolls up Glitchy early, nearly getting a fall. Flair sending Ayasu into the corner. Though Glitchy has the size advantage, doesn't mean that her opponents will go down lightly. A little bit of mistiming there for Flair, sending Ayasu into Glitchy during her little combination. As Glitchy takes Azanaza to the apron, and a back body drop onto the apron. Taking her to the outside, showing exactly what kind of match this is. No disqualification, meaning any foreign object they wish to use is completely legal, and they can spend as much time on the outside of the ring as they want, as well as being able to pin or submit your opponent on the outside. Flair is taking it to Ayasu, but Ayasu getting a little bit of offense. Goes for a suplex. Ayasu slips out of it. Dropkick misses, and now it looks like Team Technically Support's going to use the numbers advantage to take on Ayasu. Azanaza's down, and Flair's running with a kendo stick. Singapore Cane trying to swing. Azanaza kicks it out of his hand. Trying to swing Azanaza out of the sky. Had a near fall already for Ayasu. Team Technically Support seemed to be working very good. The big boot doesn't take Flair down. They're using the numbers game. They're picking out one at a time, 2-on-1 style, but Azanaza constantly having that chip on their shoulder, trying to work their way with the Shogunate, prove their worth. Butterfly powerbomb by Flair. Goes for a suplex again, but Ayasu slips out of this one as well, takes out the knee of Glitchy. What is Flair looking for? Another powerbomb? Powerbomb into the apron! Apron buster! Swings her! Or swings them shoulders first. Into the apron, double stomp again, uppercut. Team Technically Support dismantling the Shogunate right now. Right hand catches the leg though. Pushes off, and now kendo stick in the hand of Glitchy. Azanaza bumping Flair into the barricade. The two teams stick into each other as Ayasu sends Glitchy careening into the French-Canadian commentators table. And what is Azanaza looking for with this ladder? Just picking out whatever they can. Combo breaker to Ayasu. And now Flair turns their attention to Azanaza, leaving Glitchy to pinfall Ayasu. Near fall for the team technically support. Step up Inzagiri. Flair goes for the cover. Ref's working 2 times the job. 2, kick at a 2. DDT to Ayasu on the floor. Below 0 to Azanaza. 2. Oh, the Shogunate stay alive just for a little bit longer. As Glitchy takes it to Ayasu off the ropes. Back elbow, but bumps him. Into the corner, some chops lighting up the chest. Flair sending Azanaza off to the apron drop kick, sending them to the floor. A little bit of high-flying action that we don't usually see from FlairZero. Goes for the cover again as Ayasu is just getting manhandled by Glitchy. The size difference really coming into play. A near fall again, but Azanaza kicks out. Ayasu's looking for some sort of equalizer when it comes to Glitchy, the steel bat, and maybe looking to help out Azanaza. I'm not quite sure. Butterfly power, no, butterfly backbreaker. And now Flair, oh, I thought the 2-on-1 was going to happen again. Sends Glitchy into the steel steps. Flair taking his time. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Referee out of position. It's hard for the referee to get in position in a match like this. Elbow drop, barely connects. Gets up behind, and now Azanaza gets sent into the barricade. Glitchy gets sent into them. And Azanaza DDT, or Ayasu DDT to Flair. So many names, so many things happening. Ayasu with the steel bat. Swing and a miss, decides it's not worth the trouble. Back body drop. And a bulldog face first into the concrete. Ayasu is looking worse for wear. I thought a German suplex was going to come onto that ladder, and I was going to freak out. Inverted DDT right in front of the French Canadian commentators table as the action explodes in the MPW arena. The Shogunate gets split up once again. Flair gets caught off guard with the clothesline. Glitchy with the cover. Kick out at 2, barely. Azanaza maybe would have had enough time to break it up, but Ayasu kicks out. Azanaza trying to get Glitchy off Ayasu with a combination of strikes. And now an uppercut to the back of the head. Flair gets caught with a super kick. No, catches it. Ooh, elbow to the leg. Flair trying to separate them again. The mandible claw! The mandible claw to Ayasu! Glitchy looking to try and end this. Flair playing bodyguard. Kick out at 0 by Ayasu. Referee was a little bit out of position, but that was still impressive. Takedown. Ayasu showing why they're the powerhouse of the Shogunate, and swiftly gets struck in with that bat right hand from Ayasu to Flair. Go for the German onto the stairs. Kendo stick to the back, rolls through. You do not want to blink. You might miss something. I don't know what's happening. Fuckbuster. Azanaza on the cover for Flair. Kick out at 1. Feeling the blues to Flair. To the Icon Division champion. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 for Flair. A near fall for the Shogunate. Azanaza now covering Glitchy. Kick out at 2 again. Knee strikes from Ayasu. Yes, I was right that time. Sending Glitchy into the ring. Azanaza trying to separate them. Got that steel bat. Will it come into play? Running knee misses. Ooh, a big swing. Flair with the suplex on the floor. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. A near fall for the Shogunate. Azanaza showing their frustration. It gets caught with a combo breaker. But Ayasu is there for Azanaza. Headbutt to the back of the head. And the big boot to the chest. Flair's got a table. Tables, ladders. We just need chairs and we got the trifecta. Flair below zero. Below zero. Ayasu trying to roll out of the ring. Get some time to rest. It is false count anywhere, but an expert play, but Azanaza thrown to the wolves, thrusted themselves into the wolf den. A nerve, getting on the nerve of Ayasu, hitting the foot of Azanaza, excuse me. Flair continuing to punish the feet. Ayasu, oh, frame drop, no, rolls through, Azanaza, Flair might be distracted, 1, 2, no, kick out of 2, Azanaza nearly takes it, big overhead swing, Flair's back up, Ayasu's back up, Snapmare, drop kick, Glitchy's on her feet on the outside, Ayasu feeling the blues, hits it, Glitchy's still up on her feet though, 1, 2, can she make it? Kick out of 2 by Flair. Glitchy didn't even need to make it. Rolls up Azanaza. Flair might take it. 1, 2. Kick out of 2. Azanaza back up. Grabbing the arm of Flair, but Flair rolls through, maybe looking to twist his arm around for the DNA DDT. Drop kick. Bat rolls through the bat though. Below zero. Azanaza expertly rolling out of the ring again, just like Ayasu did. Ooh, grabs the bat. Knocks the bat out of the hand. Snapmare. Off the rope. Bit drop kick. Ayasu's got to stall. Unless she can hit something big. Glitchy setting up a second ladder, this time on the French Canadian commentator's table and the apron. Throat chop. Goes for a German. Tables, ladders, and chairs. We hit the trifecta. Glitchy sending Azanaza into orbit. Referee goes for the cover. Azanaza might be out. 1, 2. Oh, Ayasu saves their tag team partner at the last second. Uppercut. Combination by Glitchy. Busting Azanaza open. And now turns her gaze to Ayasu. Leg drop on the chair. Azanaza again in that 2-on-1 position. Once again, team technically support going for that DNA DDT. Of course, Flair, though, is right there. Not even a single count. Flair and Azanaza, the only ones left standing. DDT Hurricane Rana. Knee strike into the Hurricane Rana. Ayasu back up. Sending Flair to the barricade. The Shogunate are looking worse for wear. Spinning back kick. Sending Ayasu into the barricade, and Azanaza once again thwarted by Flair, who is running a mock clothesline. Reverses it. Spinning back kick. Drop kick combination. Flair doesn't knock down Ayasu. Smacking the back of his head against the ground. They're actually splitting, making the team technically support split focus by constantly going for these pins, making sure they have to try and play defense. Ooh, back to the back. One-legged atomic drop. Azanaza breaks it up. This is anyone's game, though. Sending her to the barricade. Everyone's going to the barricade. Working over the leg. Shogunate building some steam. Flair gets that back elbow. Ayasu turning their attention to Glitchy. Blocks the kick. Glitchy got her up to toss her down. Right into Flair's grasp. Working over the fingies. Team technically support as Azanaza gets back up. Glitchy has an eye on them. Butterfly powerbomb to Ayasu. It could be over at any point. These two are looking very injured. German suplex. Glitchy goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Glitchy. Divide and conquer by team technically support. The power of love conquers all. A very hard-fought match by both teams, but when it came to cohesion, I feel like team technically support had just had it. They separated their enemies, picked them off one by one until they were systematically taken out. As we will move on to our main event of the night, MPW Open Weight Championship will be defended next. Whew. How's it going, Rize? Welcome on in. That was a close fight. That was a close fight. And AI pinning is weird. I have to agree with that one. You're doing good? That's awesome. Though, this is good because, I mean, if Flair and Glitchy win, Flair's going to have to do double duty. But if Ayasu won, that wins the tournament and wins the #1 contendership, she'll have to do double duty. Though, I imagine one of the championship matches might be a little bit of a, of a break than anything. If we catch my drift. Also, I love that the ref, like, counted the pin from 80 billion yards away. Literally on the other side of the ring. You'll win yours. Well, I mean, if Ayasu wins the #1 contendership for your title, what's saying that she even wants to... What's saying we're not going to get a finger poke of doom situation? You know, what's saying that she actually fights for the title? This will be the main event of the first show, and then we have 2 more shows after this. All right, let's get into it. It is time for the main event of the evening. MintyClovers will be defending her open weight championship against a randomly selected opponent from either division. Who will be challenging for MintyClovers open weight championship? It will be none other than MPW's own Bunny Bean, the Gore Bunny. Usaino has been randomly selected to take on MintyClovers. MintyClovers' newly acquired openweight championship. MintyClovers' first ever openweight championship. And Usaino is looking to get their hands on their first ever championship in MPW. Usaino has been in this position multiple times before, has had a handful of openweight championship #1 contenders or openweight championship matches, and just hasn't quite picked up the gold. Of course, this match is contested in falls count anywhere anything goes, meaning they can pin or submit your opponent on the outside of the ring. You can spend as much time as you want on the outside of the ring, and any foreign objects / weapons are legal to be used. Some say that MintyClovers pioneered the falls count anywhere match style, being one of the first people to do it in MPW with ShmeepsWorld. Unfortunately, Minty did not come out winning in that match. However, it did come out on top in divisions, picking up the championship from Garreth Unported, and this will be her first title defense. Usaino has been looking for opportunity after opportunity, but it has just not been enough for them. Usaino made it to the semifinals of the Idol Division #1 Contenders Tournament, but unfortunately lost to Rocky, who will be joining Blueness and Ayasu in the championship match, and they lost in a pretty dominant fashion. Rocky, one of the quickest matches we saw in the tournament, Rocky dismantled them, which could be a sign of Usaino's declining athletic abilities, or just a sign of how strong a competitor like Rocky is. We'll have to see going forward in the triple threat next week for the Idol Division Championship. I know Rize is going to be watching that match closely, but no matter who wins that match, no matter who becomes the #1 contender, no matter who wins this match, today is going to be a good day because MintyClovers is your open weight champion. MintyClovers making her way down to the ring. First time ever open weight champion. MintyClovers, of course, is a former Idol Division champion, but this is her first ever open weight championship. Can MintyClovers hold on to it? MintyClovers always in a good mood, always has a chipper personality, but you can't let someone like Usaino go lightly. They're desperate. They're an animal backed into a corner, wanting this win, been fiending for it. But does the want to win override your focus? Does it cause you to be blinded by your desires? Or is it the motivation that Usaino needs to move forward and push forward? Minty, of course, hasn't had a championship since her Idol Division championship, excuse my papers, which was at not a Christmas show last season. So that would have been basically over a year ago. We haven't seen MintyClovers with a championship. Minty is not going to want to let that go. As a championship is being raised by our senior official, that is what it's all about. Falls count anywhere, anything goes. MintyClovers looks ready. I mean, it's all fun and games up until the ring. Sling Blade by Usaino. You must stay focused in a match like this. You can't let your opponent get too much offense off. You can't let your opponent take anything from you. As Minty gets behind Russian leg sweep. Usaino rolls through. MintyClovers off the ropes and gets caught. Usaino stops the discus clothesline through the ropes, grabs Minty by the neck, and a drop kick to the side of the head. Knee strike, swing and a miss, and a little bit of a Shining Wizard. Didn't quite get all of it. German suplex, elevated German suplex. Usaino with the kendo stick, already busting Minty open to the right of the French-Canadian commentators table. Chops, lighting up Minty, gonna match Minty's chest with her face. And a suplex onto the floor. Kip up. Minty's back up onto their feet, but they gotta find something to do here, or else Usaino's gonna take it. Swinging brainbuster by the Bunny Bean. Kick out at one. Minty holding on. And an Enziguri. Minty getting Usaino back up, sending into the corner of the French-Canadian commentators table, driving that corner straight into the Bunny's stomach. That's going to knock the wind out of your sails. World's fluffiest slam onto the floor. Usaino has been in complete control in this championship match. Drop kick from the sling blade again. Usaino gets the knee again, targeting the head of MintyClovers. The already wounded head takes Minty down into a front face lock. A submission pulling on the head. Pulling on the back. Jesus. Wrenching on the back. MintyClovers, though, German. Tossing Usaino. Trying to pick up some speed. MintyClovers, or Usaino, is showing how much they want that first championship. Back and forth with the kicks and a strike right to the mouth. Northern Light suplex by Minty. The champion finally getting some offense. Drop kick to the legs. Sweeping her right out from under. Usaino back up. Pele kick from Usaino. None of the glitz and glamour as Usaino goes back up top for the body stomp to MintyClovers. It could be over already. Oh, kick out at 2. Minty is in trouble. Usaino hitting some moves. I think Usaino took that loss by Rocky personally. Body hopping, Pele kick. Minty's gotta do something. Usaino up top again. Body stomp rolls through this time. Luthez Prez. Minty nearly losing the championship already. Gonna take Usaino to the ropes. Oh, Usaino gets the elbow up, though. Was maybe looking for the clover cutter off the ropes. Usaino had it scouted. Drop kick to the back of the head. Wasn't pretty, but effective. Now targeting the legs again. Wants to remove the jumping power from Minty. Just vicious strikes to the knee. And once again targeting that leg. Targeting the knee and the upper thigh. Usaino is just picking apart Minty's body. Kick to the back. Usaino thinking about it again. Chooses this side. Goes for the body stomp again, and I think we might just see a new champion in competitive fashion. 2, 3, and we do. Usaino, in quick fashion, picks up their first ever openweight championship. A quick victory for Usaino in the first championship they have earned in MPW. That was your main event. We will see you guys next week. I was Masu Pro Wrestlington. This is Masu Pro Wrestling. We'll see you guys next time. Week 43. That was crazy. 43. So that would have been 7 times 3 is 21 days. 21 days held. One of the shorter title reigns. I did make it happen sooner than I usually do. I like to do it on like the 5th, or not the 5th, the 4th in the week, you know, like the 4th show in the week, but with everything going on, I felt like it was a good time to put it there. Oh. Yeah, you just gallivant around the ring, Rize, and then you poke Ayasu once and they just go down. Or Ayasu goes into business for themselves. You never know. I'm kind of upset that Minty lost the title so quickly, but I'm happy with Usano getting the championship because Usano hasn't had a championship at all, and you know, I want as many people to get championships as possible, right? I just try not to put people in too many championship matches. The Openweight Championship, I need to like actually like go through and see how many people have gotten a shot at it, because there's probably some people that haven't even had a shot at the Openweight Championship. Or maybe not. I genuinely don't know. And then there's one vote on Minty to win, so I'm just going to give you your points back. I have a couple ideas for Rize's title reign of things I want to do. The only reason I haven't done some of the things yet is because I already did, like, for instance, like I wouldn't want to do I wouldn't want to do the what am I trying to say? I wouldn't want to do the cash in for like Glitchy still has the golden opportunity. I wouldn't want to do that yet because we just did the bonks cash in. So I'm like, part of me's like, oh, I want to have some sort of good ending to the title reign, or some sort of interesting like matches in the title reign, instead of just doing like, you know, like have some things to mix it up. Not necessarily like end the title reign, but things to mix it up. And but I don't want to like, you know, do a cash in and then immediately do another cash in, you know? Also, I'm gonna finish putting all these things together, and then we're gonna put you guys on an ad break. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So if you guys will need like a stretch break or something, definitely go do that. This is gonna be probably, I don't want to like say anything, you know, to like spoil anything, but this #1 contenders match has probably the 3 idols with the highest overall in the game. I mean, you want me to hold on to the women's title? I will, just saying, if you'd want. Yeah, honestly, that is something I thought about too, is just like, you've had such a long title reign. It's almost a thing of like, it's also a thing too where do we want the title reign to go that long? Because it's going to be so difficult for someone to get that title reign again, you know, or like beat it, which makes the title reign legendary, but then also it makes it like harder for anyone to like top it, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna load up the first match, but I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna put you guys on the BRB screen and start a 3-minute ad. So and don't forget the golden apple.
I didn't pick up the wood. What the heck?
It's in your hand.
Is it? No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Are you kidding me?
Nope,
my hand's empty.
See it in your hand right there.
Bro, my hand's empty.
You just put it down on the ground, so you can continue lying to me, but that's not gonna change anything.
No, I guarantee you.
Guys, someone clip that Audie lying live on stream.
Oh my god.
It's a ghost. That could be kind of cool. Draw it as like a forced ghost in where that beam coming out? Wait, where that dragon breath coming out from? Giratina? What the fuck? You sus as hell. It would be cool to draw them as like forced ghosts. Jirachi and Giratina hiding these old. I already got some gunk in my throat too, because I'm born with gunk. No, that was horrible. That was horrible.
Clip it fast.
No, delete your accounts. I'm a Hanzo main. Hanzo. Okay. Toby Kadachi basically like came in while I was trying to tell T this like really cool story about my Pokemon card collection, and he was like really rude about it. And so like I need to defend his honor because obviously T was uncomfortable by him coming in and just talking about whatever he wants to talk about. Like Toby Kadachi's been around for a while, and he really just thinks he owns the place, and I don't understand. Like he thinks he's cool, but he's not. Like everybody loves it when I talk about my sci-fi series, and he just comes in and interrupts every single time, and it's so freaking annoying.
Yo, man, calm down. I haven't heard you curse like this in a while.
I'm sorry, bro. It's just, he's pissed me off. I'll say it. He's made me mad.
Whoa.
He's gonna have to deal with my dark chakra soon.
Oh my gosh.
Do
Why
not
is
release the
this so
jetpack
cringe?
wings.
Chill. That's too real. That's too real. Weird. We're still on ads, but we're still on ads for 14 seconds, but I wanted to come back. And let me set up the predictions. We can get like right into it basically immediately. Also, this is sort of random, but I kind of want to talk about it. For MPW and 2K25, WWE 2K25, we're gonna have to figure it out. Obviously, we still have quite a bit of time left to think about it, but we got to think about what we want to do with the championships. We got to think about if we want to just combine the two main titles and have them be like have one division, or do we have still the Idol and the Icon division? Because originally MPW I didn't want to have divisions, but then I couldn't find the mod to do the intergender matches, and then I did find the mod after we made MPW, so I didn't know. And then we have to figure out, we could also do, I mean, why not a universal title, then a man and a women's champ? Well, we could do just like have like an MPW championship, and then have an idol division and a icon division. But then it also kind of, does it defeat the purpose of the openweight championship? Or do we just treat the openweight championship more as like a hardcore championship? Like a hardcore title? We'll have to see. Because I honestly might. Maybe this would, I don't know. Because maybe we want to make the openweight championship the main title, and then add a fourth title to replace the openweight championship as like a hardcore title. We could make it like the .tv title. Or we could even, I don't know. It's something to think about. Though, something I do know I want to do in WWE 2K25, depending on if I like it, because they have the new Underground mode where you fight in a ring, and it's basically like MMA. It's basically like an MMA, but you fight in a ring with no ropes, and there's people around the ring. And if it was like, say, Rize, for instance, Rize could bring in Ayasu and Asanasa to be around the ring, and they just kind of like have a brawl. Depending on if I like that gameplay and how the simulation works on it, I want to do a tournament style thing where either we could have a championship for that match type, like the open weight championship, but it's just that's the match type. We could even change that to be the open weight championship if I like the match type a lot and everybody likes the match type a lot. But I want to do a tournament where, say there's like 10 people in the tournament, right? It starts out with the first 2 people, and it's treated almost like King of the Hill. So say we have Rize versus Angel, right? Rize wins the match next week or the next tournament match. Rize has to fight the next person, and then it's almost like a gauntlet match, but over multiple weeks, and it's kind of like King of the Hill where you have to defend your position, but in the underground match. A TLC championship belt, would have to see how TLC runs in that game, because TLC is a little bit of a hit or miss in this game, I think. Because sometimes you just have people climb up the ladder and insta win, and then sometimes you have it like they don't know how to climb up the ladder and it goes on for an hour. So we'll have to see how the AI actually functions in 2K25, but I'm honestly very optimistic about it. But I wouldn't mind some sort of like gimmick title for a specific type of match. I'm excited for the Bloodline rules matches because we're gonna abuse the shit out of that for Rize. Just have like 80 people come in. Okay, let's get into the next match. This is the first match of the second show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington, and we are starting off tonight with Idol Division one-on-one contest. We have Tyranno Maximum still tied for the longest reigning openweight championship in a single run. Usaino recently just acquired the openweight championship. Could we see Usaino hold that championship all the way and past the length of time between Tyranno, Draven, and Garreth? Tyranno, unfortunately, did not make it very far in the championship tournament, the number one contenders tournament for the Idol division, losing to Blueness, who is going to be in the triple threat tonight. 1/3 of the contenders, or the people contending for the number one contendership. It's going to be Blueness versus Ayasu versus Rocky, a hard-hitting match filled with all, except for one, I should say, all non-Idol Division champions. I know Blueness has been fiending for the Idol Division championship. We will have to see later tonight. You'll have to stick around to figure out who is going to be the number one contender for Rize's championship. Probably almost, if not over 200 days at this point. It has to be at this point. And their opponent will be ShmeepsWorld, someone very familiar with the Idol Division Championship. ShmeepsWorld also didn't make it very far, losing in the first round like Tyranno Maximum, but losing to Usaino, who would later lose to Rocky, and Rocky has made it to the triple threat.
If you're patient and soon, it can all be worth it. All the searching is never really permanent, but damn, it hurts me.
Yeah, if my math is correct, sorry, I was doing a little math in my head. If my math is correct, Rize has held the championship for 238 days and has defended it 5 times. Frankensteiner, Poison Rana. by ShmeepsWorld straight out the gate. I mean, these two didn't make it very far in the championship tournament. Doesn't mean they can't try their best to put on a fantastic show and impress the bosses upstairs, because you never know when they're going to throw out opportunity after opportunity. Tyranno Maximum off the ropes. Drop kick. Misses it. ShmeepsWorld hooks them over their neck. Rolls through and sweeps the knee. Dropkick. Ty kind of slipping on that one. Doesn't quite connect with both feet. There's a little bit of damage. Shmeeps is going to put the knee on the back of the spine on Ty and grabbing the chin, pulling it upward. Ducks under. Jumps over. And a one-legged backflip dropkick thing, but clothesline reversal, and Ty sends Shmeeps into the corner. And a overhand right hand as Shmeeps fights out of the corner, diving, leaping Hurricane Rana. The last championship Shmeeps had an opportunity at was the Tag Team Championships, which unfortunately she did not come out on top. Bumps him. But since then, she hasn't seen much action in the championship scene. Neither has Tyranno. Ty hasn't held a championship since... Excuse me as I flip around my notes some more. Ty hasn't held a championship. Over the middle rope. Swanton connects stiffly against Ty. Ty hasn't held onto a championship, seen a championship since Not a Christmas Show in Season 1. So over a year ago, Ty has not held a championship. Shmeeps has held the Openweight Championship in season 2, the Openweight Championship. She won at the first ever premium live event, Living Legends, off of Emrys Morgana, excuse me, as I'm talking. Referee trying to tell Ty to get back in the ring, but Ty is up against the barricade. 8, Shmeeps goes and breaks the count at 8. Ty goes for a diving something. Doesn't quite connect. Sling Blade rolls through into a basement drop kick. Sorry, I was getting into too much of the stats. Wasn't paying attention to what was going on in front of me. That is my bad. Ty goes for the suplex. Oh, inverted suplex. Flattening Shmeeps. Booty popping moonsault. And a splash. Sending Shmeeps into the barricade. Ty taking their time. Maybe Ty looking for a count-out victory. Very close calls. Nope, Ty's going to break up the count at 6. Shmeeps sending Ty back into the barricade. It's a very barricade-focused offense. Needy T. Standing. Shooting star pressed to the floor by ShmeepsWorld. These two are just going back and forth. They just want to inflict as much pain, backstabber, onto each other as much as possible. 4-count Sling Blade. And a basement drop kick. Ty gets back up. And a monkey flip. These two have spent, I mean, both these two are familiar with the Openweight Championship. Both these are familiar with the Falls Count Anywhere rules. And they just enjoy spending the time out here. 1 count. Shmeeps breaks up the count, playing a little bit of cat and mouse, maybe just keeping themselves fresh and warm. I'm not quite sure. They kept bouncing in and out of the ring. The only place you can win in this match is in the ring. Ty off the top rope. I think Shmeeps was trying to catch Ty, but whatever it was, didn't work out for either of them. Ty gets back in the ring. Oh, off the top rope this time. Springboard. Launching Ty across the ring. Booty popping moonsault. As we finally get back into the ring. I think Ty was looking for the ankle lock. Shmeeps reversed it. Shmeeps sending Ty into the corner. Ty's used to falling from high places, but it's usually with their own consent. Belly to belly. Ty narrowly escaped the probable superplex. Kick to the back. Once again targeting the spine. And now Ty's going up top. Could it be time for Ty to put him through a blender? Hit Shmeeps with the blender. Kick out at 2. Not enough damage has been dealt to either of these two, but Ty is looking to wrap this thing up, I think. I think. Drop kick to the back. Ty just getting as much offense off as they can, hyping the crowd. Shmeeps, though, now over the top rope, in prime position for a critical roll! Critical roll by ShmeepsWorld, nearly taking Ty's head off their shoulders. Shmeeps asking God, why did you let them kick out? Shmeeps, though, going up top to go all around the world! I feel like it's been so long since we've seen Shmeeps hit that. It probably hasn't been, but it feels that way, and a kick out at 2. Drop kick. Ties back up. Right hand rock Shmeeps off the ropes. Clothesline barely connects, but gets some of it. Hook Shmeeps up for a little kind of fucking powerbomb thing. And now back up top for a second one. Blender! Shmeeps rolls through. Shmeeps tries to back out. Ty grabs her, though. Ducks under. Bumps him. One-legged drop kick. And a snap DDT. Shmeeps trying to get to the corner. Using the corner ropes to get herself onto her feet. She's on wobbly sea legs right now. Right hands galore from Ty in the corner. Just lighting Shmeeps up and now stomping a pile into her. Stomping a hole into her, rather, I would say would make more sense than a pile. Chops and kicks, lighting Shmeeps up. Snapmare. Tyranno going for that wacky clothesline, does not connect. And the forearm from Shmeeps. It could take one big move from either of these two to put their opponent away, and I think I know exactly what Tyranno is looking for. Maximum impact to the back of the head of ShmeepsWorld. 1, 2, kick out at 2. Ty nearly taking it. Could we be seeing another one or a third times the charm for the championship corner? A third blender this time rolls through. Swanton onto the back. That looked devastating. Looked like she landed on his ribs and back. And now kneeing the elbow. Shmeeps keeps herself alive. Sends Ty into the corner, and this could just be the end for Tyranno Maximum. Shmeeps going up top for the superplex. Ty, though, trying to fight out of it. Sending Shmeeps off the top. Tyranno. Tyranno narrowly escaping the superplex once again off the ropes. Big splash, but blocked. Gets the knees up. Clothesline ducks it. Ducks under. Head scissor. Shmeeps trying to keep the pace. ShmeepsWorld going all around the world for a second time. Looks like it damaged her as well on that landing. Wants to pull Ty away from the ropes. Make sure there's no rope break shenanigans. 2, 3, and ShmeepsWorld takes it. A hard-fought victory by both competitors, but Shmeeps just narrowly takes it out in our opening match. As we will move on to Icon Division one-on-one contest next. Feel like taking off, find a place with the view. Think you're never gonna stop trolling you and know that I'm in. Since only one person voted, I'm going to give you your points back. One of these days, I'm going to have to stop being lenient about points. But I just wish that betting was a little bit better. One of these days, I'm going to have to be lenient about it because I want to do... I saw some streamers have this, and I thought it would be kind of cool. I want to do a redeem that lets someone redeem for like a large amount of points to get VIP on your stream. I feel like would kind of be cool. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into the second match of the night. It is time for our second match, Icon Division one-on-one. The only match that isn't tied to a #1 contenders tournament, other than the one previously. And of course, we're starting it off with this guy, UnchainedAwesome. Former Icon Division champion UnchainedAwesome making his way. Luckily, we haven't seen him in the title picture in a while. Even his tag team career has been less than stellar for him. The two-time Icon Division champion UnchainedAwesome, with an abysmal combined title reign of 70 days. This man can really just not do anything. The unearned ego of MPW Unchained going to have a rematch for the first ever match in MPW history. I feel like we haven't seen these two in the squared circle in a while, but it's probably been sooner than I think. It is MerlinGTB. Honestly, neither of these two have really seen title contention in a long time. The last time Unchained has held a championship was about a year ago. Merlin even, or I was going to say even longer, but actually that's incorrect. Merlin held the championship towards the end of Season 1, but just lost it. Lost it at last call, and was in the championship match, the final championship match of Season 1. Of course, if any historians remember, the first match in MPW was a tables match between MerlinGTB and UnchainedAwesome, and Merlin picked up that win. Could we see a repeat in history of Merlin picking up the win again against Unchained? These two have gone through a bunch of different metamorphoses of their character. Super kick by Chain. And these two know each other so well. We're going to see a lot of back and forth. Merlin just pushing Chain off him. And an elbow drop with a little bit of sauce. Preceding this match will be the tag team tournament continuing. To see who will face Team Technically Support in the #1 contenders match next week. And just dropping Chain. And then in our main event, we will have the Idol Division triple threat for the #1 contenders match. Merlin looking for something on the top rope. Double axe handle, crowning Chain. And Chain's going to roll to the outside. Merlin once again going up to the top rope. This time looking to go to the floor. And Chain playing a little bit of possum with the liver punch. The sucker punch from the dive. Sending Merlin into the barricade. A lot of barricade offense here tonight. Going up the ramp. The further you go up the ramp, the less protection there is to the concrete. We know either of these two would absolutely take a count-out victory. Clothesline by Chain. He calls himself the king of the clothesline. Chain's gonna send Merlin into the corner. Merlin is down at an 8 count. He's stirring. He could potentially get back in. Gets in before the 9. Just before the 9. The referee wanted to make sure to give him as much time as he could while still being fair to Unchained. And a neck breaker. Unchained flattening Merlin. I mean, it's been a little bit of Unchained since the gate. Since opening bell from the middle ropes and a knee strike. An early kick out at 1. Chain goes for that ground and pound. Merlin trying to block it, but he goes around the guard. Merlin rolls up Chain. But way too soon to call it. Only a 1 count, keeping Chain on his toes, though. And now getting a little bit of an advantage. Double axe handle standing. Chain picks him up. Flips him over with that cartwheel into the basement clothesline. Nearly flipping him right over. Walking straight through the middle rope. Onto the top. Flying sheepdog headbutt. Crashing and burns. Misses the clothesline, does Merlin. Sending him into the corner. A misstep by Unchained. And nearly a failure to capitalize by Merlin, but he does end up getting the control of the match. Chain limps out of the corner and tosses him by his horns. The perfect handles. And now Merlin is up top. We could be seeing a classic from Merlin. Magic missile drop kick. Covering Chain and sort of close to the center of the ring. 2 count. Chain nearly taken out. Stomping him some more. Merlin meets Chain in front of the French-Canadian commentators table and sends him back into the ring. Merlin wants to finish this in the ring. Another elbow drop. A stiff elbow. Chain back onto his feet. Needy T. What is Chain gonna have to do to put away Merlin here? When it comes to strength, Chain is outclassed against Merlin's magic muscles. To the back. Now kick to the ribs. Ooh, gets him on the chin. Now working over the arms of Merlin and driving those knees into the back. Chain is feeling it. Clothesline gets caught though by Merlin. As I said, these two know each other so well. Swing neck breaker. Spinning back kick into the Shining Wizard on the chin! To put away Chain, nearly knocked his teeth loose. Kick out at 2. Merlin going up top once again. Could we see a second one? Chain is in trouble. Magic Missile drop kick. I think it's over for Chain. 1, 2, see ya. See ya next time, Chain. Merlin picked up steam, picked up momentum like a rolling rock picks up moss. I don't know if that makes any sense. I take it back. But Merlin picks up a win. He doesn't take back the loss. Merlin picks up another win on Unchained, as we will move on to the Tag Team Championship Tournament. Who will face Team Technically Support next week for the #1 contenders? Let's find out. Now the king is dead. Welcome to the new regime. We do what we want. Yeah, we do. Right, one person voted, so we give the points back. I appreciate you voting either way. If I was a Twitch partner, that would be my thing. People are like, oh, we need the knocking feature. I would be like, no, we need to fix... Oh, I gotta go back. We need to fix the payment options so I can give people points and stuff. And yeah, let's just use the Halloween Havoc WCW arena. Why not? Little did you know that I liked it. I might need to get more water soon. I keep forgetting to take my water bottle to the like when I go to the bathroom, fill it up as well. We are continuing the tag team tournament. Okay. We'll have to figure that out now. I think it's because we had to fix this entrance music last time, because there was like a thing that I'm like, oh, it just doesn't work. Let me get this open maybe. I thought we fixed it though. Thank you for the explosion. Music pack 8. 80s 3. Excuse me while I fix this. No. I almost disbanded the team. I would have cried. You did 2 explosions, a stand up and stretch, and a water break. Okay, we'll stand up and stretch as we fix this. Alright, entrance theme is... we gon' live, we gon' fight. And then let me... Save. Now let's set up the match. All right, let's get into it for realsies. All right, we are going to continue the Tag Team Championship Tournament. The #1 contender will be determined next week. And only one team from this match can move forward. And we are starting off with the team of TheSleepyPengu and MintyClovers. The former openweight champion MintyClovers, morning routine. Minty may have lost the openweight championship, but doesn't seem to be affecting her attitude coming into this match. That could be a blessing in disguise, seeing that MintyClovers won't have to do double duty at the premium live event if they win this match and go on to win the #1 contenders match. Everybody put up your hands into the sky like you can touch the sky. Put your hands up high like you can touch the sky. MintyClovers and Sleepy are here to put on a match. Of course, this is false count anywhere, anything goes, just like the last match. And this is not going to be an easy fight for MintyClovers and TheSleepyPengu. Coming off of a loss is the Super Naiyan Bonk, the first ever MPW roster member to fail a cash-in with their golden opportunity against FlairZero. But I would not say that means anything less about Bonk. Bonk and Dragthulu together are a force to be reckoned with, both former Icon Division champions, both former openweight champions, looking to pick up a tag team championship. The star-studded tag team tournament of absolute powerhouses. Dragthulu, a one-time openweight champion, as well as a one-time Icon Division champion. Bonk, a two-time Icon Division champion. Actually, no, Bonk's only a one-time Icon Division champion, excuse me. As well as a one-time openweight champion. Bonk and Drag, with their combined title reigns as Icon Division champions, have held the championship for 140 days. Minty goes through the ropes. Clothesline. Nobody's there, though. This is going to be a tough fight. I'm not a betting man, but I'm going to say that morning routine might have the disadvantage, but they have, they've fought through worse. Oh my god, driving Minty into the canvas. Inverted suplex. Sleepy, of course, the only non-coalition member in the Icon Division number one contender match. Half and half to Sleepy. Sleepy beat a bear to get to the finals next week. Sleepy could potentially be in 2 number one contenders matches if they win this match. German suplex and dragon suplex. Sleepy breaks up the pin. Bonk sends him up and over. Of course, as you see the Singapore cane already in the hands of Dragthulu. It's completely legal. Fisherman suplex by Sleepy to Bonk. Referee fucking daydreaming. The kicks in the corner to Minty. As Bonk and Drag start fighting Sleepy on the outside. Sleepy could be working on double duty for 2 nights in a row if he can pick up the win here and pick up the number one contenders in both matches. Sleepy went from someone who I felt like wasn't getting any championship opportunities to be populating the championship scene. Kendo stick again gets knocked out of the hands of Sleepy, and immediately Bonk and Dragthulu start doing what Team Technically Support did, tearing down one person at a time. MintyClovers hooks or rolls up Bonk right in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. A little bit too soon. Those muscles just bouncing off Minty. Minty is bouncing off the muscles of Bonk. Luthez pressed by Minty. Hooks the leg, but it breaks it up by Dragthulu. Standing shooting star press. The former openweight and Idol Division champion trying to take it to the former Icon Division and openweight champion. So brainbuster by Bonk. Minty is coming off of a hefty loss, so we don't know how that's going to affect her mentality coming into this match. As well as Bonk coming off of a hefty championship loss. Dragthulu up top. Discus forearm and Bonk, or Dragthulu hitting the double axe handle. Kick out of 1 for Sleepy. Minty getting into the ring. Drop kick to Drag for going after her partner. Kendo stick to the ribs. And now to the side of the head, right in front of the French-Canadian commentators table. Minty's got it now. And one big swing, cracking it over the back of Bonk. Inverted suplex by Sleepy. MintyClovers going for another cover on Bonk. Kick out at 0. Referee's daydreaming. Sleepy's got a ladder. Oh my god! MintyClovers just got sent into orbit by Bonk! A near fall for MintyClovers. The morning routine almost losing it. My god. And now Bonk has Minty in the ring all alone. Sleepy being carried over the barricade by Drag. Oh my god, tossing Minty over the top of the rope to the floor. Absolutely being manhandled by Bonk. German suplex, nearly banging her head off the apron. To join the number one contendership for the tag team champions, Bonk and Dragthulu. Bonk decimating Minty. That was a one-sided assault by Bonk, and they will be challenging Team Technically Support next week for the tag team championship. Dragthulu and Bonk pick up a massive win as we'll move on to the Idol Division number one contendership match. Triple threat. We will see you guys there. What's going on? What's going on, Lily? How you doing? How's your day been? Thank you for joining us. I don't know if you've ever been in an MPW stream, but basically what this is we simulate matches in WWE, and all the characters are either original characters or VTuber friends of mine. And we do little shits. We do little shits. That's what we do. So welcome into the violence. Also, all good, Rize, on the betting. And you can bet on fictional fights. That was a nuts fight, especially for a tag team match. That went really short. Bonk just fucking took it to Minty. This last match, I think, is going to be great. So this is the last match of the second show, and then we have one third show left, which is 4 matches. So I'm going to say at the end of this match, like, oh, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. That's for YouTube. We have one more match with 4, or one more show with 4 matches left, so. Let's go. Violence, violence. Oh, I just... I misclicked. I misclicked. I misclicked. Sorry for ads. We'll wait it out. All right. Well, anybody that's I guess, you know what? Let me go fill up my water bottle. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit the 3-minute ad. I meant to hit the predictions. I'll be back. I'm coming, everybody! I'm coming! Sorry. Sorry again. We still got about 40 seconds before ads are done. I apologize again. We can just chat, kick up our feet. Up our feet and do a little bit of chatting. How's everybody doing? I'm so silly. Also, on Friday, I think, which is tomorrow, I think I'm going to do either Palworld or Minecraft, something chill, because I have something I need to do on Saturday that I need to wake up early for. So, Friday is not going to be Soul Hackers 2. Probably Saturday will be. Just to let everybody know. We should be back. Okay, we should be back. Let's get into it. Thank you for your patience. Okay. It is the main event of the evening. The Idol Division #1 contender triple threat match. Each idol in this match had to earn their spot in the tournament. So we'll talk a little bit about their histories going into the tournament. Ayasu picked up their first win against MamaInu. And then to get to this point, they had to defeat Emrys Morgana. And that is how they earned their spot in this match. I will say, Ayasu's the one to look out for because of her relationship with the self-proclaimed Panda Archon herself, the Shogunate, Arize, the current Idol Division champion. Over 200 days as champion. We could potentially see some collusion if Ayasu picks up the win here. Ayasu was a guiding hand in the Elimination Chamber that led to Rize retaining the championship. So it could be Ayasu's in business for herself, or it could be a little bit of collusion with the strongest faction in the Idol division. But this will be no easy ride for Ayasu, no matter what, as Ayasu is going up against not only a hungry member of the Idol division, but a desperate one, I would say, especially because 2 out of the 4 members in the 2 out of the 4 members of the coalition will also be in the Icon division #1 contenders triple threat. This could be a coalition sweep for Blueness if she can pick up the win here. B.A. Tycho's good little soldier Blueness looking to pick up this win, could bring it back to the coalition and pick up their first ever championship victory. Ayasu and Blueness never held the gold, never held the Idol division championship, but their third and final opponent is very, very familiar with the Idol division championship. It is none other than Rocky. It may not it may not seem that close, but they are, or it is not that close for length of title reign, but before Rize, Rocky was the longest reigning Idol division champion, just under 100 days, 93 days as champion, 2 defenses. More defenses than every other person in the Idol division that has been champion other than Rize. And she is coming off of a huge win. They had an absolute crazy showing against Usaino, the newly crowned openweight champion. But one of the most dominant tournament wins. Rocky went one-on-one with T in the beginning. TeaTheShiba, not an easy start to your tournament, going up against a former Idol division champion, former openweight champion like T. And then, of course, to get to this point, had the most dominant, I think, performance in the tournament against Usaino. Arguably one of the most dominant competitors in the Idol division is Rocky. The Wandering Dragon, the person that some people say took over the throne of the scariest idol in the division. This is for a shot at Rize's Idol Division Championship. Rocky hasn't seen a championship since last call in Season 1, so the tail end of Season 1. As we are rapidly, but not quite yet, rapidly approaching the later days of Season 2. Blueness, Ayasu, and Rocky. Triple threat match, 1 fall to a finish. You must pin your opponent inside the ring, and any weapons are legal. You can spend as much time on the outside of the ring, but you must pin or submit your opponent inside the ring. And Rocky picking up a huge choke slam, sit-down choke slam. In a match like this, it is very difficult because you have to keep your eyes on both your opponents. If you have your eyes set on one, there's always an odd one out that could get you right behind. It's always going to be a 2-on-1 situation, or you could be a part of the 2-on-1. Rocky with the backbreaker to Blueness. I don't know what kind of strategy you come in. The big slaps from Rocky. No one slaps people quite as badly as Rocky does. Moonsault doesn't quite connect. Hurricane Rana as Blueness is starting to clean house. Like I said, Blueness is desperate for this championship. B.A. Tycho and Greg are in the Icon Division #1 contenders triple threat that will be happening next week with TheSleepyPengu. So that's nearly a shoo-in for the coalition to pick up a win. 2 out of the 3 people in the coalition. So if the third coalition member, Blueness, could pick up the Idol Division, that would be a big win for that team. Blueness was trying to go off the ropes, but Rocky, of course, catches them. Spinning, I want to say that's a Falcon Arrow. I'm going to say it's a Falcon Arrow, and that's what we're going to deal with. It could be a Michinoku driver, but I still don't know the difference. Big boot! One of these days I'll look it up. Off the ropes, elbow drop. 3 of the top performers in MPW battling it out for a once-in-a-lifetime, potentially, shot at the championship. Shoulder tackle, big boot as well. Ayasu running house, controlling the ring. Some call her the powerhouse of the Shogunate, and she's expressing that exact sentiment. Big boot again. Eating defeat. Bouncing the head. I think that might have hit the bat. Might have hit the handle of the bat. That probably did not feel very good on the mask of Blueness. Putting Rocky up top. Ayasu, I think, looking for twisting dimensions onto the top turnbuckle. Going for the cover. Of course, it's one fall to a finish, so Blueness is going to try and break that up, and she does. Back and forth. Oh, big, what the? That was crazy. A spinning knee. So back body drop onto the bat. Blueness is back up, though. Spine buster to Rocky. Ayasu back in the ring. Blueness, I mean, submission holds are very, very dangerous in a triple threat match because a pinfall could happen. It has to take 3 seconds for a pinfall to happen. Hooks it, German. But a tap out could happen at any second. Blueness gets picked up, and Blueness is going to be feeling the blues, ironically, by Ayasu. Goes for the cover for the #1 contendership. 2, kick out at 2. Rocky could have maybe had a chance to break it up, but Blueness kicks out either way. Off the ropes, ducks under, float over German suplex. But of course, you have to have eyes on the back of your skull at all points as Blueness comes flying in with the boots. Ayasu flattening Rocky in a clothesline. Running the ring once again. Blueness was trying to get some sort of offense off the ropes, but thwarted, tossing them into the air. Rocky taking their time on the outside. Nearly costed them the match. Taking a breather. Another big boot. Everyone's just eating the dirt on Ayasu's shoes. Rocky rolls up Ayasu, though, for the #1 contendership. Kick out at 1. Ayasu was ready. Misses the slap, I think. Ayasu with the forearms, and another one to the jaw. Hurricane Rana. Blueness catches Ayasu. Rocky's got that metal bat in hand and immediately taken from them. From behind, drop kick. Ayasu a little bit too short to box with God there. German suplex, elevated German suplex. And now Rocky taking again that backbreaker. Rocky's having a little bit more of a methodical pace to this match. Could that conservation of energy help them in the long run, or will they end up being outpaced by their opponents? We'll have to see as this match progresses, and Blueness starts putting the stomps to the fingies. Blueness being put against the ropes. What is Ayasu looking for? Kendo stick in hand. Blueness doesn't want any of that action. Gonna go under the ring for their own kendo stick. Wielding her own kendo stick, smacking it across the head of Ayasu. Now Rocky with the smack. Sending both of them into the barricade. Clothesline. Hastily clothesline. Not giving Blueness any opportunities. Floats them around. Oh, gets caught! Rocky grabs them out of their combination. Picking them up for a Saito suplex. Launching them into the air. I don't know if anyone has the explosive strength quite like Rocky does in the Idol division. Picking up Blueness, the feet waggling as the blood rushed to her head, and Ayasu sending Rocky back in the corner. Could we see another one? I think Rocky might be getting another trip to the turnbuckle. The turnbuckle going straight to Rocky's head, twisting dimensions. Kendo stick this time, though. Blueness inadvertently playing guard dog. Gonna try and steal the win, though. Blueness has both them down, kicking at one. Rocky's still out cold. Blueness got that bent kendo stick, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Bada bada. There they go, smacking it across the forehead. Rocky sends... Oh, bumps him. Hurricane Rana onto the bat, the back of the head onto the metal bat. Blueness is looking a little worse for wears, but got on top rope. Oh, feeling the blues again. Hayasu going for it, but immediately broken up by Blueness. Blueness off the ropes for a moonsault, landing directly on the metal bat into another. Feeling the blues by Hayasu onto the metal bat again. Blueness might be out. Number one contender, no, kick at a 2. That was a near fall for Hayasu. Did everything right, but Blueness still kicked out. Back body drop. Kendo stick in Rocky's hands. Drop kick, basement drop kick. Kendo stick to the back of the head. Another one. And a third strike. Gets back up to their feet. Drop kick. Hayasu trying to find some safety on the edge of the ring. 2. Blueness. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it. Blueness just snagged that so quickly. A snap decision gets Blueness the number one contender to Rize's championship. It's the Shogunate versus the Coalition. Nobody thought that would happen. And B.A. Tycho's good little soldier is going to get her first ever Idol Division number one contendership. The first ever Idol Division championship match for Blueness. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next week for more MPW. I was Masu Pro Wrestlington, and this was Masu Pro Wrestling. We'll see you guys next time. Also, it's not actually the end of stream. We got 4 more matches to go through. We got a whole other show. Also, how's it going, Rocky? Dude, I literally sometimes, because like your on screen name, right, is Wandering Dragon, so I like to slip in like almost as if it's like a nickname, you know, like the Wandering Dragon Rocky is like kind of like your fighter nickname kind of thing. And I swear to God, I say the Wandering Dragon and I just turn and you are in the chat. And I'm like, huh? How you doing, Rocky? How you doing? Dude, I kind of wanted to see Rocky win. Only because I feel like Rize versus Rocky would have been great. But I have a huge bias on Blueness. I love Blueness so much. They've kind of become my own character. I've kind of taken them and changed them around into my own character. They were originally based off of a friend's VTuber, but then they wanted to sell that VTuber. It's a long story, but they wanted to sell that VTuber, and then she was a part of or they were a part of MPW, and they were like, well, I'm selling this thing, so you probably, you know, need to figure that out, right? And I was like, okay. And then I redesigned her as Blueness. How have I been? I've been doing all right. I've been doing all right. It's honestly been a long time since I've seen you. Kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that you picked exactly that moment to show up right when your person's on the screen. Okay, and then. I gotta just set up the last match. Wait, no. Don't want to do that. Oh, wait, do we want to do that? We do. We're okay with that. Okay. Oh, I need to actually double check this rule set. I gotta double check everything that I've done all the time. And make sure that I pick the correct people for the tag team thing, because we just did the tag team tournament today. It was Bonk and Dragthulu. Okay, let me go double check this one match type ruling. We'll save that. Water break sounds good. Kind of disappeared for a while, but I'm coming back. I couldn't believe it when I walked in on my own character on stream. Dude, I couldn't believe it. The way my mouth, like, dropped, my chin dropped when I was, like, Wandering Dragon, I just happened to look at the chat because I saw some activity, and I was just like, huh? Okay, let's see. Edit. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think we're gonna make this. This will do new. Sweet. Just so that all stays consistent. Whew. Speak, Rocky, and they shall appear. They shall. You had one of the more dominant matches. I was talking about that. You had one of the more dominant matches in the tournament. You beat Usino pretty handily in the match leading up to that one. Honestly, the ending of the match was so quick I barely even knew what happened. So these will be the last 4 matches of the stream. So if you guys have any points you want to bet on the matches, I'd appreciate you guys doing that if you want. You don't have to do it. But I think it's fun when people do it, especially for the people that do put them out. They like to have a little bit of a challenge. I also need to check. Yeah, okay. Cool. Gotta start keeping up with more. I forgot how fun it was to watch. I mean, I love that people enjoy this, because this was like, say the name and they appear. I believe in Rocky. Sorry. I love that people love MPW, because I talk about it all the time, but like this was going to be like, I was going to be a wrestling YouTuber. Like I was going to do stuff like this, and that was going to be my main thing. But I was going to do it with like real wrestlers, or like wrestlers I made up, or like fictional characters. Like I have a video on my YouTube channel from years ago where I was going to do a thing called the Fictional Fighting League, I think it was called. And it was me playing a WWE game like this, simulating all the matches, but every character was a random, like, character that I just got off of character creation that was like, like the Power Rangers, or like the Joker, Batman, you know, like stuff like that. And so I was like, I was gonna do this. And so when I thought of doing MPW, I was like, oh, this will be maybe a fun thing, and we'll like do it for a little bit, and then it's like the thing that people watch almost the most on my channel, which is kind of crazy for me. But let's get into the first match of the last show, shall we? Hello, everybody, and welcome to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestling Ton, and we are going to be starting off tonight with Idol Division one-on-one contest. Don't let it fool you. It is not Empress Morgana that will be starting us off, but it will be the demon that she summons with that magic stone, the green mist coming out. I don't know if she summons it necessarily, but the magic mist coming out only to reveal the reason that I have a commentating booth and I'm not down there with the French-Canadian commentators. It is none other than the second half of Empress Morgana's Tag Team Champions, ShmeepsWorld 2.0. The Tag Team Champions of MPW, Empress Morgana and ShmeepsWorld La Primera, gonna be starting us off today. And ShmeepsWorld is gonna be let loose on an unsuspecting, or I guess they suspect it, but a let's say less than willing participant. Of course, Empress Morgana and ShmeepsWorld will discover their #1 contenders tonight, whether it will be Team Technically Support, the team of GlitchyBasturds and FlairZero, or it will be Bonk and Dragthulu, the team of Bonk and Dragthulu. The #1 contendership for the Tag Team Champions will be decided tonight. We know these two will be watching very closely. They want to hold on to their Tag Team Championship for as long as possible. And I mean, TeaTheShiba is used to fighting behemoths. Can she do it again tonight? It's TeaTheShiba, former Idol Division champion TeaTheShiba, the last Idol Division champion that we had before Rize's over 200 days as champion. Basically holding it for the entire season so far. Nearly holding it for a whole year. About 2/3 of the year held by Rize right now. ShmeepsWorld was in the #1 contenders tournament, but lost in the first round to Draven, Dancing with Draven, and T also was in the #1 contenders tournament. However, she didn't make it far either. She lost to Rocky in the first round. TeaTheShiba just getting lifted by ShmeepsWorld and twisted around. I mean, Empress loves to just show off this behemoth of a woman, ShmeepsWorld, as her, like, trophy, as her pet. Like a lion on a leash. The body of the snake where the head is Empress Morgana. If you really want to get to ShmeepsWorld, you have to cut the head of the snake off. And right now the head is sitting in her corner. T off the ropes. Leg drop to the back of the head. Like I said, T's used to uphill battles. Some call her the overdog. She's been underestimated her whole career, and she's gonna boop the schnoot of ShmeepsWorld for a second time, booping the schnoot. Third time's the charm on the outside. They have to the count of 10. Referee's giving them some leeway, but they do have the count of 10. Oh my god, a fourth one, the legendary fourth boop schnooting. A devastating schnoot being booped. T gets back in the ring, blocks a couple punches, breaks the guard on that one, and tosses her out of the corner. ShmeepsWorld schnoot may be protected by that mask, but I know that didn't feel good. Chops to the chest of ShmeepsWorld. I know that's like hitting iron. with the fortitude of T to continue to strike it. Ooh. Practicing the knees to the ribs. And now this is where Emrys Morgana, like I said, the talking head of La Primera, steps onto the apron, distracting T so that ShmeepsWorld can get the upper hand for a running power slam to TeaTheShiba. This went from a one-on-one match to a two-on-one situation. I think ShmeepsWorld was maybe looking for the natural one. But T catches her, sends her off the apron. Booty poppin' moonsault. T staring in the eyes of Emrys as she gets back up to her feet, sending ShmeepsWorld in the barricade. Emrys can't do anything about it, thus risking or potentially risking ShmeepsWorld from winning. Saito suplex! But I know ShmeepsWorld doesn't necessarily need the help as she steps back in through the middle ropes. T coming in at a 6 count, jumping over the top. And a gut punch with those metallic arms in the corner. Clothesline lariat. With those powerful metal arms of ShmeepsWorld. I don't know how those are regulation, but apparently it's part of her body now. So it's not considered a weapon. ShmeepsWorld up top. What is she looking for? All the way up here. Clothesline from the top rope. Clipping T's wings as Emrys Morgana celebrates in the corner. Kick out at 1. Celebrating a little bit too early as TeaTheShiba gets a 1 count. Gets back in a right hand. Kicks and punches. Sending T off the ropes. Picks her up and sends her crashing to the canvas. ShmeepsWorld goozles her choke toss. Choke toss by ShmeepsWorld to TeaTheShiba. Could have been enough, but just barely kicks out. And ShmeepsWorld is frustrated. She knows what happens if she loses this match. Looking for it. Natural 1. Sends her rolling. And TeaTheShiba might just be out of it too. And she is. ShmeepsWorld knew what would happen if she lost it. Picked off TeaTheShiba with the natural 1. The tag team champions looking to defend the title on Saturday. And they just showed they sent a message to the challengers that they're not going to be taken lightly, as well as Emrys Morgana. I mean, we only saw ShmeepsWorld in that match, but Emrys Morgana's hemlock, her patented hemlock, is devastating, and I think is honestly what got the most of their wins so far, is via tap out. So we will have to see as we will move on to the next match of the night. Oh, I see. I was laughing. I did the say their name and for Rocky, but I see Rize meant I believe in our Rize. Dude, Joe Hendry is goated. Joe Hendry's goated. It would actually be insane if WWE 2K25 came out with like a DLC pack with TNA stars in the WWE game, since they have like a working relationship with TNA. That would be smart if they did that. If he is in 2K25, I feel like he's got to be DLC. They're gonna milk Joe Hendry. Normally I don't like wrestling, but since it's characters and not actual people, it's easy for me to get into it. It's awesome. You're able to do what you like doing. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. And I like making goofy storylines with stupid people, stupid different characters, not necessarily the real people that we have as our characters, but like the ridiculous characters. Like we made what did we call him? We made a guy last time who was the senior audio engineer. We had the senior audio engineer get jumped. So it was a lot of fun. But we'll get to the second match of the night. Oh. After that match, we will be moving on to the second singles match and the only one not tied to a championship. This contender here undoubtedly, unethically, unbelievably is a bear, the fourth member of the coalition that couldn't make it to the final of their #1 contenders tournament. They were so close, but TheSleepyPengu just barely pulled it out and beat a bear, the fourth member of the coalition. Looking to pick up a win to start off the coalition on a good foot forward tonight. Blueness picked up the #1 contendership for the coalition last week, and now BA, Tycho, and Greg are going to be in the #1 contenders match tonight in the main event, or actually not in the main event, the next match. Excuse me. So can a bear pick up a singles win to just keep that momentum for the coalition? Arguably one of the most dominant factions in MPW history, the Coalition of Humans Against Treachery. I mean, we saw the bear get put in his place by TheSleepyPengu, but what is your strategy when you go up against something so unorthodox as a bear in the squared circle? Questionably a bear. I know he's going to be cheering on Greg in the back. I mean, the bear, he doesn't really talk, but he's got a great relationship with Greg. We know that the bear is going to be in his corner no matter what. And the bear's opponent tonight, none other than Dobby himself. Dobby had a shot in the #1 contenders tournament, was able to pick up a win against Dragthulu, a former Iconovision champion, but was unable to make it all the way, losing to Greg, actually. I was going to say BA Tycho, but Greg actually picking up the upset victory, some would say. I mean, the Greg Nation has been behind Greg for a while. A new crowd favorite. Dobby was this close to getting another Iconovision #1 contendership. Dobby has yet to hold a championship in his MPW career, but he's been a force to be reckoned with. I will say he's been a force to be reckoned with. I don't know who I would take in a match like this. I said, you know, how do you go up against something as unorthodox as a bear, but I think the most unorthodox person in MPW has to be Dobby. Like I said, only one person would charge straight at a bear like Dobby. Certainly not orthodox, as the bear already gets control, drops the bite onto his face. The fourth member of the coalition. It was almost a coalition sweep, and it could still be. But we will see. The coalition could hold all the gold in MPW, except for the tag team champions and the openweight championship. The two main titles. Gut wrench, but reverse just stepping over him, the height of the bear. Back and forth, a scoop slam by Dobby, the strength of Dobby to pick up a bear. If you guys are confused on which one is which, Dobby is the man in the white shirt, and the bear is the man in the white shirt. The bear gonna bring Dobby up against the ropes. Dobby has been underestimated a lot by many of the competitors going in, but I don't even know if the bear has... like, any sort of semblance of understanding of underestimating someone. I think the bear just goes full throttle in every match. busting the bear wide open, busting his mouth open, spinning the bear around, picking him up, and then dumping him on his back and nearly his neck. The bear's back up, gets him with the knee bar. That's not a knee bar, but I'm going to say it's a knee bar. The bear going up top. Look at a bear fly to Dobby, flipping off the crowd. The disrespect from Dobby to the MPW universe. Someone must have said some mean shit to him. I don't know. Biting the face again and busting him open. Going for a second bite. But there's no slices left. Big boot doesn't knock down the bear, though. Sending him off the rope. Dobby's already bleeding heavily. Bumps him. Right hands. Chops and punches. Suplex. You ever suplex a bear before? Clothesline from Dobby, trying to pick up that speed again. Pick up the momentum, back body drop. And a spine buster. Dobby going to hook the leg on the bear. Very close to the ropes, but not quite. 2 count for Dobby. Wiping the blood and the sweat from his face. Taking the bear back onto his feet. Gun stun! Reversal by the bear! Into a power slam! Dobby nearly had the gun stun on him. Kick out at 1 by Dobby, though. Way too soon to call it for him. Knee strike and a big left hand and a big right. Rocking him. Backing up for something, but Dobby just unloading on the bear. Shoulder tackle running through him like a piece of plywood. Dobby goes for the power bomb. A bear trying to fight out of it. Clothesline misses wildly. Was able to get back into it, but grabs the leg again. The long legs of the bear make an easy target for Dobby to be able to grab. Back elbow. A bear. Oh my god, he's mauling him! The bear! The bear mauling! Mauling Dobby, grabbing at the face. Dobby's face just being nearly bitten off by a bear. And the bear looking to end it with the bear hug. Squeezing him. Dobby needs to fight out of it if he wants to stay alive. Squeezing the life force. Dobby grabbing the head of the bear and clapping his ears. Hitting the ears like that will knock your equilibrium out. Big splash by Dobby. Hooks the leg. 2. Kick out at 2. Dobby is so close. Gun stun! This time it connects. 2, 3, and Dobby picks up a win against the bear. Could that potentially be... Could that potentially be the downfall of the coalition tonight? As BA, Tycho, and Greg are going to be in a triple threat with TheSleepyPengu for the Icon Division Championship next. Dobby picking up another impressive win. Constantly underestimated. As we will move on to our Icon Division #1 contenders match. Look at that beautiful smiling face. I hope the blood looks crazier in the next game too. Like the blood in this game always looks kind of nuts, but I want it to look even crazier in the next game. I don't know why I tabbed out. I was like, I need to set the predictions. He does need a band-aid. I wonder if I want to make like a setting. I want the blood to look better, but I want it to be harder to make them bleed unless it's like a first blood match. Because I feel like people always bleed. I wonder if that's an option. I'm excited for this match. This one's going to be interesting. All right, let's get into it. Oh. It is time to find out who will be the #1 contender for the Icon Division Championship. Speaking of the Icon Division Championship, SleepyPengu will be our first entrant, the only non-coalition member to make it to the Icon Division #1 contenders match through the tournament. SleepyPengu beat Gaelic Angel and a Bear to get to this point. A former 2-time Icon Division champion, a total of 77 days as champion held with 1 title defense across both titles. Sleepy has had some pretty terrible luck when it comes to the Icon Division Championship, and I feel like this match is no exception as he's going up against 2 members of the Coalition. It has always been like the odds are stacked against Sleepy. Can he pull up the win here tonight? We last saw Sleepy lose in the tag team match with MintyClovers against Bonk and Dragthulu. But can this be? As of course, the silence is deafening when Greg enters the building. The only thing that's not silent is the crowd, the Greg Nation behind him. It is Greg. I mean, Greg is probably the most unlikely person we would see in contention for the top title in the Icon Division. He is here, and he could very well be the #1 contender for FlairZero's championship. This creepy, weird fucker could be the #1 contender here tonight for FlairZero's championship. The crowd is going wild for Greg. The cult following has been built around this wrestler. The Greg Nation. Screaming his name, Greg, Greg, Greg. Can he pull it off? Or will Greg just, you know, let it happen, let B.A. Tycho, the supposed leader of the Coalition, pick up the #1 contenders match? This could be a business, everybody for themselves type of business. Or it could be an absolute 2-on-1 travesty for SleepyPengu. And of course, our final member, I didn't say before, but Greg beat Potato Adur and Dobby to get to this point. B.A. Tycho beat Merlin and Zarataro. B.A. Tycho probably had the hardest, hardest air quotes. It's always going to be difficult tournament to get to here. But picked up the win nevertheless. B.A. Tycho says that he speaks for the chat and he hears you. And he's here to withhold justice in the MPW ring any means necessary. We could see B.A. Tycho or Greg as the #1 contender. We could see the Coalition. Oh, Greg was sharing some words with Sleepy on the outside. Maybe even an attack before the bell, I don't know. But we could see 2 Coalition members bring home the top prizes of both divisions. This is going to be an uphill battle for SleepyPengu. SleepyPengu, and look at that. Already, B.A. Tycho and Greg standing in the same corner. Greg is just showboating to the Greg Nation as B.A. Tycho, Fisherman Suplex, or Fisherman Brainbuster, kick out at 1. We see exactly the mentality the Coalition are going to be using in this match. It is a 2-on-1 assault to SleepyPengu. B.A. Tycho talks about fairness in the MPW ring, yet does this. Unbelievable. This is one fall to a finish triple threat match, and Greg is taking no opportunity to try and prevent B.A. Tycho from winning this match. Bumps him. And now Sleepy, the belly to belly to Greg. This is an uphill battle for Sleepy, but he's gonna go down fighting. Rolls up B.A. Tycho. And now Greg's turn. Turn the assault to SleepyPengu. Kick out at 1 for Sleepy. BA Tycho saying it's all good in the crowd, but I disagree as an unbiased commentator. If Sleepy can pick up a win in this match, it will be the biggest upset in MPW history. Goes for a chop, but BA Tycho gets it first. BA Tycho, ooh, rolling kick. Greg, clothesline, flipping Sleepy over. Sleepy rolling to the outside. They can't win on the outside. Big bicycle kick right in front of the French Canadian commentators table. They can't win on the outside, but they can spend as much time as they want on here and use any foreign objects as they'd like. Belly to belly on the floor. The Coalition using the number game to their advantage through the middle rope. Greg using himself as a weapon. Oh, I was thinking maybe he's going to turn on BA Tycho for a second. Nope. Sleepy sends Greg back into the ring. BA Tycho going off the top rope, or over the top rope. BA Tycho's got the steel steps in hand. Knocks Sleepy to the floor. Greg on top. Single leg drop kick. Picking up Sleepy for the knee. This is absolutely despicable what the Coalition is doing, but you can't. Unfortunately, there's not really a complaint you can have. They won their spots fair and square. They're using their number game to their advantage. But I can say I don't like it. Tip tossing him. Sleepy fighting for his dear life. Sleepy with the neck breaker. BA Tycho still, though, in the ring behind him. Another bear hug, squeezing, just trying to wear down Sleepy as much as they can. Sleepy could tap. We can see Sleepy tap. Nope, Sleepy gets that elbow. Fighting out of it. Releasing the pressure. Ducks the chop. Off the ropes. Greg doesn't really see where he's going. Scoops him. Sleepy's going to try and use the outside of the ring to his advantage because he knows that's the only place they can't win. He can stay on the outside as long as he wants. They cannot pin or submit him out here for the win. Ooh, ducks the steel steps. I've never seen anyone do that before in front of the French Canadian commentators table. Greg's doing poses. I feel like he's going to be looking to dive soon. Nope. Thinks against it as BA Tycho desperately wants to get TheSleepyPengu into the ring. Greg back in on the one-on-one, takes Sleepy down, gets into full mount, and then palm strikes to the forehead. Gonna leave welts and bruises. Suplex to Sleepy. It is not looking good. Sleepy hasn't had any offense in a while. Ooh, crossbody doesn't knock down BA Tycho, though. Hip toss Sleepy into the corner. Sleepy is in trouble. Fireman's carry. Go to Sleepy from BA Tycho. If it's not disrespectful enough, he's going to win with his own move. Kick out at 2. BA Tycho nearly winning with the go to Sleepy. Greg just doing shit. Greg being extra. Headbutt from Sleepy to Greg over the top rope. BA Tycho and Greg putting their heads together. Back and forth, but no, just in the middle of the lion's den. Sleepy is fighting for his life. BA Tycho rolls him over. He thinks it's enough. 1, 2, kick out of 2. Sleepy's not going down. Another headbutt. They say people don't usually win with a headbutt, but Sleepy has been picking. Sends BA Tycho off the ropes, ducks him. Clothesline just barely connects. Scrapes Sleepy, sends him into the corner. Now BA Tycho with the shoulder tackles. Into the corner, tossing him onto his shoulders. Goes for another cover on Sleepy. Is that enough? No, Sleepy kicks out again. The punishment is already being done to Sleepy. It's only a matter of time. Greg going over the top rope again. Greg taking this opportunity for in this match to just be extra as BA Tycho is going from the top rope. Double axe handle. Sleepy dodges it. Butterfly takeover. Now Sleepy sends BA Tycho into the barricade. A little bit of signs of life. Busting Sleepy open with that knee, though. Like I said, the longer this match goes, the worse it's going to be for Sleepy. As the Wolves step back into the ring. Goes for the cover on Sleepy. Greg could be the #1 contender. Eddie is. I mean, it says Greg and BA Tycho is the winner, but actually it is in fact Greg that is the winner. Greg picks up the #1 contendership. BA Tycho let him have it. FlairZero is going to go up against Greg in the coalition sweep of the #1 contenders tournament. I mean, the Greg Nation are definitely happy for this opportunity for Greg, but in what was the cost? The honor, the cost of his honor, as we'll move to our main event of the night. The Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match is next. That's really funny that BA Tycho pins him like the whole game, and then Greg gets one pin and wins. That's so funny. I know it's cheap, but I had to do it, right? You know, like when are the opportunities are we gonna get that to be able to have some storytelling, you know? Honestly, it's also just very poetic because that happened to Sleepy during his championship match when Garreth cashed in. So it's kind of poetic. And that's also why I didn't want to make it the main event, because I feel like that would have been kind of a disappointing main event if it was just like a thing. I really wanted Sleepy to get a little bit more offense off, but okay, guys, this is the legit last match of the night. Sleepy went night-night true, and he hit him with the go to Sleepy. So if you guys don't know the mechanics of this game, BA Tycho has it's what is called a payback. It's like a special ability that people can get. And BA Tycho has a payback that allows him to steal someone's finisher. I thought that was just a fun one to give to him. And so the way it works actually is if Sleepy has a finisher and BA Tycho has his payback up, he can use it to steal that finisher, like literally steal that finisher. So Sleepy had a big move that he could have used, but BA Tycho stole it. So that was like probably Sleepy's only potential chance to actually get something to go off. But let's get into the final match of the night, chat. Thank you guys for all hanging out with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow we're gonna have a little bit of a chill stream because I have to wake up early on Saturday, and then Saturday is gonna be Soul Hackers if you guys want to join me for that, unless something comes up, but it's probably gonna be Soul Hackers. It is time for the main event of the evening, and the only title that has not had their #1 contender yet. It is the Tag Team Championship. FlairZero and Glitchy Team Technically Support beat why am I blanking? They beat Azanayasu. Yes, excuse me. The Shogunate. Team Technically Support beat the Shogunate to get to this point. So, FlairZero also seeing his #1 contender for the Icon Division Championship is now Greg. Flair could potentially have two matches for a title on Saturday. The first ever opportunity for either of these teams to earn a tag team championship, and how much more better could it be to not only get an opportunity as the tag team champion at the tag team championship, but also to do it with your wife at your side. Truly a one-of-a-kind team, but another very one-of-a-kind team, and had an incredibly dominating showing last week against Morning Routine, is none other than the team consisting of the man that cashed in on FlairZero at Divisions, but was unable to pick up the win. It is Bonk, and Flair's arguably arch nemesis in MPW, the man that can never, these two can only ever seem to collide. It is Dragthulu. These teams have so much history with each other just together, like in singles matches, and now they're gonna have a tag team history. Of course, this match, the rules are as follows. Falls count anywhere, anything goes. One fall to a finish, meaning the first person to get a pin or a submission in the ring or outside it will be the #1 contender. Their team will be the #1 contender. This is gonna be a hard-hitting match, and it could go either way. This is a whole different Flair than the Flair that Dragthulu fought in the beginning of MPW. But he's also got the Mastodon, the Super Naiyan in his corner, at his side, Bonk. Bonk and Dragthulu have done it all in the singles division, and they're looking to take the tag team division by storm and win a #1 contendership for La Primera's Tag Team Championship. Team Technically Support versus Bonk and Dragthulu. The bell has rung, and it is time to go. I will say both these teams did a very good job with their synergy in their first matches leading up to this point. But Bonk and Dragthulu had a little bit more of a dominating showing, whether that was because of the opponents they were having, they just had maybe an easier time, or that they were actually the better tag team. Who can say? Bonk sweeping the legs of Glitchy. They do have a little bit of a mix and a similar styles where they have one person that is very strong, you know, Bonk and Glitchy, and then more technical strikers with Flair and Dragthulu. And Dragthulu gets the armbar, cross arm breaker. Bonk's got the metal bat in his hands, hesitates to use it, but Glitchy has no hesitation. Flair and Dragthulu immediately going at each other. These two have been at each other's throats since the beginning of MPW. Dropkick over Drag to Bonk. And a butterfly powerbomb by Flair. Flair is not only a very strong competitor, he is the Icon Division champion. He has earned his title to be called a champion, and he has been ruthless ever since getting that championship. Picking him up, tossing him onto the bat. Bonk gets sent flying, and it's not every day you see someone like Bonk get manhandled so effortlessly. As Flair is going to meet Bonk in front of the French-Canadian commentators table on the outside. And Bonk is taking it to him, running DDT by Glitchy. You don't want to blink. You might miss something. You got to split your eyes like a gecko. Or a chameleon, I should say. Look different directions at the same time, just to keep up with all the action. Running knee strike. Also, Glitchy probably has a little bit of a little bit of something to say to Bonk, as Bonk not only tried to cash in on her husband, but used her music to get the distraction, making it sound like Glitchy was cashing in, but it was in fact Bonk catching Flair off guard. Unfortunately for Bonk, those mind games didn't quite work in his favor, as Flair is still the champion. Kip up. Over the knee. Sends Glitchy into the corner. Goes for a DDT, but reversal. Flair rolling up Bonk. One, kick out of one. Glitchy and Dragthulu just fighting DDT on the floor, just fighting it out. DDT in the ring. Ref's running to the outside. We need to pay this ref extra. This is our special ref. That's Mr. Referee right there. Back body drop, nearly missing the bat, or nearly hitting the bat. Dragthulu and Glitchy continuing to fight in that corner, whacking the bat across Flair's head, busting Flair wide open. Dragon suplex. Oh my god! Bonk tried to launch Flair into the air like he did Minty, but didn't quite get it. He hit him with it, but did not launch Flair into the sky. That was a crazy hit, though, and another smack of the bat. Fireman's carry. Ball game. The nerve hold, getting on Flair's nerves. Sending Glitchy into the ring. And it looks like they're maybe going to use the 2-on-1s to take the big glass. To attack the big glass here, but maybe not. We'll have to see. Snapmare drops the knee. Chops and punches. Oh, beam clash! Beam clash by Bonk to Flair, the champion. This could get revenge. Uranagi! Oh, Flair kicks out at 2. This could be revenge for not getting the championship. Bonk nearly getting the #1 contenders for his team. Glitchy with a suplex. Flair's back onto his feet, though. And a bulldog to the horse. Glitchy is setting up a ladder in between the French-Canadian commentators table and the ring. I wonder what it's for. Oh, through the middle rope. Like a catapult, like a spear. Piercing Glitchy. Sending Glitchy face first into the ladder. Knocking the ladder down and getting tangled. I don't think that's... I'm gonna ignore it. Oh, they fixed the ladder. Oh, I thought Flair was gonna send Drag onto the ladder. Sidewalk slam. Oh, sends him over to the ladder. FlairZero still has a grudge against Dragthulu. Off the rope, big boy senton through the ladder. FlairZero with the senton through the ladder. To Dragthulu. Drag, though. Power slam. He still has his wits about him. Tossing him into the air. Back body drop. No reversal by Bonk. Butterfly takeover. Combo breaker by Flair. Atomic drop. One-legged atomic drop. Goes to cover Bonk. Everyone's down. 2. Kick out at 2. Flair wanted to take that opportunity, try to get a win with everybody on their backside. Snapmare drops the knee, sends Glitchy into the post, and now back into the barricade. Clothesline, clubbing blow. Got Flair up for the sit-out driver. Oh my god, sending Glitchy into orbit. 2. Kick out of 2. 1. 2, 3, and Bog gets it! Dragthulu and Bog are the MPW Tag Team #1 contenders! They are looking for their first Tag Team Championship. Bonk sent Glitchy into orbit and picked up that win. Nearly a double pinfall. As Bonk and Dragthulu are your #1 contenders. We will see you guys on Saturday. I'm Masu Pro Wrestling. This was Masu Pro Wrestling, and we will see you guys next time. That was a good. I'm glad I made that the main event, because I was like, at first it was not going to be the main event. I was going to make the Icon Division thing the main event, but I'm glad I made that the main event because that was good. Bonk picking up both of the wins. The ladder slam was insane. It was. Oh my god, the big boy senton through it was crazy. Okay, we're gonna stand up and stretch, and then we're gonna look for someone streaming. Ugh. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for so long. If you guys would, I would really, really appreciate you sticking around for the raid, because everybody appreciates it when you come in for the raid. Trust me, it makes people's day. So we're gonna go see who's on. I know a couple people that are on. Ooh, what's going on here? Let's peek around. Oh, Azanaza's live as well. There's a lot of people live right now. I know Irano is also live, but I think I might raid someone a little bit more casual right now. We're going to go from MPW to an art stream. We're going to raid Emma Tao, who's a friend that I made through Memsy. She also, Emma also goes by Ems. And they're doing art right now. They're doing a Donathon Day 24, and they're doing an art day. So if you guys want to go and just stop by, say hello, drop a follow if you could. If not, that's okay. You know, I'm not going to force you, but I'd appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow for either like a Pow World, a Minecraft, a very casual stream tomorrow. It might be even a little bit short. But we'll see you guys tomorrow nonetheless. And then on Saturday, we'll probably start Soul Hackers too. Bye! Matane! Bye-bye!